Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys having a wonderful. Let's see. Oh, it's pretty early on the West Coast. I'm from Seattle. 1 second, setting up my thing here. Should have had this ready already, but I didn't. So I'm doing it now. All right. 1 second here. All right. 1 second. 1 second. All right. 1 second. So how are you guys today? For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is LJ Young. And I'm a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix. The debt matrix is a place where everybody lives that believes in credit and debt. No different than the movie The Matrix. You know, people didn't know unless they took the pill. I forgot the red or blue pill. I forgot which pill. But people don't know they're living there, especially if you've been living there all your life. You don't know you live there. You know, you believe that you can't buy anything without credit, can't get a car, house, cell phones, furniture, everything that depreciates. You know, according to math says if math could talk, you'll never get financially ahead if you keep financing things that go down in value. You know, first of all, I want to thank everybody that emails me with questions, that comments during my lives, ask me questions during my lives, that have become my clients, and especially the people that also donate, you know, and send me little notations telling me how I've changed their life. And it doesn't even matter how big, small, that I've done it. You know, and that right there, one thing I've realized about that, hearing that from a person that does not know me, that to take the time to tell me that, because not everybody hears that. You know, not many people hear a stranger come up to them and say, "Hey, you've changed my life for the better." I've that kind of When I started this, I didn't really think about that aspect of it, that part of it, that a person would say that to me, a stranger. But to hear that, man, it's the most rewarding feeling ever. I can't even describe it. All right. So I want to let you guys know I appreciate you all my subscribers, everybody. All right. Because this is and the reason why you hear me speaking like this, I really want everybody to feel this type of financial freedom. I'm going on 4 years, man. I mean, 4 years of not having a traditional job. Now, I've been financially free for about probably about 5, 6, maybe something like that. But not having a traditional job for 4 years, I remember making over six figures, and I would go crazy if I was out of work for a month or two. That's just, I, I think about that now. I just like, man, that still didn't wake me up. Crazy, you know? All right, let's get on to the subject. All right, I'm going to show, and this is only for those of you that are ready to listen. I'm going to show you how easy it is to become financially free. Now, if you're in a debt matrix, there's money is spoken in two languages, debt and debt free. If you've been in debt all your life, I promise you, you only speak debt. You have no idea the language of debt free even exists. It's just the way you speak, and you don't know you're speaking that way. But anyway, you must, and I lost my train of thought. Where was I going with that? Oh, most people believe financial freedom is becoming rich. You know, you think, oh, I must hit the lotto or must get this top rate job. It's always like this. Once I get here, I'll be free, right? Knowing when you first started out in your career, your business, your regular job, whatever, right? You start out with a certain amount of money, more money than you had before because you didn't have a job, right? And then all of a sudden you're still sitting in the same, even though you're making money now, you're still sitting in the same situation you've been before. Then you get a promotion, then you get another job. And next thing you know, you're there, but you're still sitting in the same situation, not realizing what's happening. No matter how much more money you make, how much the positions you get, you're still stuck in the same rut, right? I'm going to show you why that is, because you're not becoming financially free. Financial freedom means above zero. The math that they taught us in grade school. Remember the math and money games? Hey, add a dime. Now you have $1.10. You take away the 10 cents. Now you're back to $1. Same thing. All that stuff they taught us in grade school Have you also noticed that since out of grade school, going on to middle school and high school, they didn't teach math and money games no more? You ever notice that? You never learn that kind of stuff anymore. You know why? Because that's all you needed. That's all I needed. I had no idea what my fifth grade teacher, Miss Smith, taught me in grade school was all I needed. I mean, I never had nobody say, "Hey, Linnell, check it out. All you got to do is apply the math that you learned in grade school to your finances, and you'll win. You'll be financially free for the rest of your life. I promise you, you'll be financially free for the rest of your life. You'll never go back." All right. All right. So, hey, Urban Bros, how you doing? Yep, simple math. Simple math. Ain't it crazy? It's simple math, man. I know you guys know. I'm still, hey, you know what? I'm still waiting to hear your stories when you guys come across some people that are maybe start talking financial stuff to them, and you just tell them, hey, just use math on your I'm on your finances. I'm really ready to hear the responses or even the looks that you get. All right, I want to know it all because it helps me with my videos and helps me show others. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna teach you how to become financially free. Financial freedom means getting your finances from the negative to the positive, above zero. Okay, that's financial freedom. Okay, first, you must remove your feelings. You must remove feelings from your money. Feelings, emotions have no business being involved with your money. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, I always use the same example. So if you're new to my channel, if you follow me, you probably already know what I'm going to say. But if you're new to my channel, I want you to pay close attention to this. Okay, what if I asked you, how do you feel about 1 + 1 = 2? 2 + 2 = 4. Does it make you happy, sad? Does it make you jump for joy? Does it make you sick to your stomach? No, it's just two. It's just four, right? Okay, it doesn't make a difference on how you feel about it. Math doesn't care, right? And here's another one. So pretend I'm your boss. You come to get your check. You take a look at your check and it's $100 short. And you look at me and say, hey boss, my check's $100 short. What's up with that? And I turn to you and say, yeah, I saw that when I was signing it. I feel real bad about that. I feel really bad about that too. You would look at me like I'm crazy, right? You would like, remember, you would turn to me. I promise you would turn to me and say, I don't care how you feel about it. Give me my $100. See what I'm saying? So now, when there are millions upon millions upon millions of people that call themselves homeowners while they have a mortgage, that's a feeling, all right? They feel like they're homeowners, but they're not, because math will clearly show that they're not homeowners. Math says only the person that paid cash for the home or paid their home off with the title in their hand are considered a homeowner. See what I'm saying? There are millions of people walking around calling themselves homeowners. I see it every day on Facebook. Hey, we're new homeowners. No, you're not. Will you pay cash for that house? No, because they start saying, hey, we got a great, awesome rate and we did this and that. Okay, then you're not homeowners. You are, and if this is you, okay, before I forget, if this is you, start training yourself to get out of the debt matrix. Wake up from the dream, the American dream. People believe they go finance a home and believe they're living the American dream, not totally forgetting the rest of that statement. You must stay asleep to stay in that American dream. In order to dream, you must be asleep. Once you wake up, get out of the debt matrix. You'll be like, oh, this is what you say to yourself. If somebody asks you, are you the owner of that home? You say, no, I'm in the process of buying it. Just be real with yourself. Don't wake up. Wake up from the dream. Say, I'm in the process of buying this home. If you get used to saying that, right, you start saying it over and over. And if you start saying it enough, you'll be like, man, I've been in the process of buying this home for like 15 years. And that's only if you don't refinance once. Good morning, Ulysses. Welcome. How you doing, man? Good morning. Good morning. You must start saying that to yourself. Okay? I'm in the process of buying this home. That way, if you're 10, 15 years into it and then you refinance, which starts you all over. Not many people know that. When you refinance your house, You start the 30-year process all the way over again. Okay. So I, I was surprised how many people didn't know that. Okay. You start it all over. So it doesn't matter how long you've been in it, 10, 15 years. If you refinance, you go back to one and then start 30 over. Got it? And then if you refinance it and then you start all over again, and you say, but in your mind, in reality, even if you refinance, you'd probably still be telling your friends or family, hey, I've been in this house 16 years. No, not really. According to math, you've been in it one if you refinanced it. Okay. That's all a dream. And if you start saying, I'm in the process of buying over and over, you're going to get tired of saying that. And then you're going to do something about it. All right, let's move on. First, this is how you become financially free. Okay. First, you must determine if money is real for you or not. Okay. Now, throughout my years, I remember hearing that statement, oh, money's not real, it's an illusion. And but you pull it out of your pocket, you'd be like, it's here. What the you're crazy. I used to call those people crazy. Hey, you're crazy. Money's an illusion. No, it's not. I see it right here. I'm buying things with it, right? That's what you think. All right. So this is how you determine if money is real for you. It's only real for people who are financially free. Add up all your savings. Yes, including your mortgage. Yes, including your student loan. Yes, including the collection that you don't believe you should be paying, blockety blah, whatever, right? Add up all your savings, add up all your debt, and then go savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. If that number is in the negative, trust me, don't feel bad about it. 85% of the US is in debt. Okay? Don't feel bad about it if your number's in the negative. If your number's in the negative, money is not real for you. Okay? When you do this, I want you to look at that number. And if you don't believe that number, I'm going to tell you why you might not believe it. It's because you believe you own everything you financed. You believe you're a homeowner with a mortgage. You believe you own the car, even though you have a lease or a car payment. You believe it's your car. Everything you bought with credit cards, you believe all that stuff is yours. The clothes, shoes, game consoles, whatever. You finance it all when you use the credit card. You believe it's yours. That's why you don't feel like you're broke. This is what you do. You got to look at that number and make sure you punch these numbers in your calculator yourself, so you know there's nobody fooling you. Okay, and you look at that number, and once you gotta trust your own math. And if you still don't, I want you to get up, go look in the mirror, and ask yourself this question: how come I don't trust my own math? Once you solve that problem, once you solve that equation of why you don't trust your own math, you'll be on your way to becoming financially free. But if you still don't believe your own math, that's the glitch in the debt matrix. Math is undeniable. Math is black and white. You're either right or you're either wrong. You can't say, hey, I know 1 + 1 = 2, but I really feel like it should equal 1.5, or I really think it should equal 3 so I can have more on my check. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? That's what happens. Rent is going up. I'm paying 10, 50 grand. I can go get a house with no money down and pay 750 nothing. Not even what they exactly. Now I bet you guys had to be quiet, right? Because I hear that all the time, urban bros. Hey, the rent is same as this mortgage. Man, when I hear that, I just want to turn to them and say to them, don't fall for that. Who's telling you that information? Who's saying that to you? Can you please point them out? This is off the subject, but I want to tell you guys, what do I do sometimes, okay? Now, mind you, let me tell you something, urban bros. Never mix your feelings with business. So there are businesses out there that convince people of that, okay? I'm not mad at them, because everybody has a calculator on their phone, a calculator app on their phone. So I'm not mad at what they do. So I go to, sometimes they hold events in hotel ballrooms or whatever, right? I like to go to these so I can hear them speak to these people that don't know. Now, I don't interrupt. I don't even ask questions. I just listen. And I listen how they do it. Now, the reason why I try to determine if the person that's up there talking to these people, are they in debt? Are they speaking debt? Or are they doing it because they know the same thing I know and they're making money from it? Now, the only way I can truly tell is if I see their personal credit report, which I would probably never see because I'm never going to ask them. But I see how I can also tell by the way they respond to questions to people. Are they just going by what they've been taught by the other people in debt and making money and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But I like to go to those events to see how they're doing it to people. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's hard to listen. It's hard to watch. No money down, bad credit. Those are all signs that you can afford a house. It's all how once you're out of the debt matrix, you can listen to two ways of you can always hear things in two different ways. Now you understand because you know the language of debt free. You know, people in debt, when they hear like FHA mortgages, no money down, bad credit, you can have your family help with the down payment, blah blah blah, right? But when you're on this side, that says to me, hey, that means you can't afford a house. You got no money? Figure out why you ain't got no money. You got bad credit? Yeah, figure out why you got bad credit. You don't even have a down payment? No. Figure out why you got to borrow money for a down payment. See what I'm saying? Those same people that like this, they have finance cell phones in their hand, making all these calls to all these people on their finance cell phone. They don't even know what they're doing. They always have a brand new iPhone or a brand new Samsung in their hand, brand spanking new. It's crazy, but they don't know. That's what and at those meetings, I know this is crazy, but at those meetings, I look at people's cell phones that are coming to these functions. 9 times out of 10, they have the latest, greatest cell phones in their hands. It's crazy. But they don't know. And it's not my place to come in and disrupt these people's place of business. I don't do that. There's absolutely no reason for that. I'm not going to stand up and say, hey, you guys are lying to these guys. No, this is business. It's nothing personal. You're not doing anything to anybody. All right, let's get back on the subject. All right. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. Now you got to trust your own math. All right. So this is what you do. If this number is in the negative for you, money is not real for you. Okay. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have for a house, you have for a car, you have for shoes, you have for a vacation, even how much you have for retirement. Savings minus debt equals how much money you are actually contributing towards your retirement. Savings minus debt equals how much your money you're matching in retirement. If that number's in a negative, you can't match negative. And so you're saying, hey, I'm contributing 5, 15, 10% to my retirement every year, whatever, right? 10% of a negative number is still negative. You're not contributing anything. You just believe you are. That's a feeling. You feel like you're a homeowner if you have a mortgage. If you're in a negative, you feel like you're contributing towards your retirement. Math doesn't care how you feel. If you ever want to become financially free, you must remove the feelings out of your money and trust math. Okay? Never, ever, ever finance anything that depreciates, anything, ever. And depreciation means anything that goes down in value, and that's damn near everything. You will never get financially ahead if you finance something that goes down in value, but goes up in value because of because of interest on the thing that you finance. It's going down and it's going up at the exact same time. That's why when you, like, for example, this is how to know if you're in the debt matrix, okay? First of all, if you finance a car, that's number one. You have no money, that's the reason why you're financing a car, right? But if you finance a car and they roll, and you bring in, say like this, you bring in a car to trade in, but you're upside down in that car. Upside down means you owe more on the car than what it's worth. And you go in there and you go get another car, and they give you peanuts for the actual value of the car, and then they roll all that negative equity into the new loan, okay? Which is placing you even deeper than the upside down in the car that you were in before, okay? Now, at the same time, they charge you a high interest rate, because if you're in the negative, 9 times out of 10, you ain't got no money and your credit's bad. And so they're going to charge you a high interest rate on top of being totally upside down in this car. And then, not only that, and then guess what? If they offer you gap insurance, you are in bad shape, because they only offer gap insurance for people that don't understand money. Hey, if you get in an accident and you owe more on the car than what it's worth, this insurance, this is on top of your regular insurance, okay? That's required. Full coverage is required when you finance a car. And then they offer you gap insurance. They only do that to people that are upside down in cars. So check it out. This is what gap insurance is for people that don't understand. When you finance a car, every time you drive, it's going down in value. And at the same time, it's going up due to interest of the loan. See how it go like this? This creates a gap right here. Then they charge you gap insurance to fill that gap between the two. See how that works? But only for people that don't understand money. So if they've offered you gap insurance, if you're paying gap insurance, you live in the debt matrix. Do you understand? That's how it works. You're not financially free. You're attached to that depreciating object, your job, and the bank for the next 72 or 84 months. Hello, Mr. Krabs. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome. You see what I'm saying? Check it. Imagine handcuffs. One handcuff is going to the car. The other handcuff is going to the bank. And you get a big giant handcuff around your waist to your job. Like this. For the next 72, 84 months, you're attached. So when you drive up at your new job with your brand new car, guess what? If I was the owner of that business, you know what I would say to myself? I'd walk out, check out your car. Ooh, that's a nice car. But you know what I'd say to myself? This person's going to be here at least for the next 62 to 72 months, guaranteed. He got to make a car payment. Now I can use him. Now, I'm not saying all businesses do that, but I want you to understand some businesses do. You know why? It's business. Never, ever take it personally. Never, never. Never take it personally. When you start mixing your feelings in with your business, like with your job, talking about, hey, I should have got that promotion. I've been here longer. Those are feelings. If you go to your job and you produce, you will get your job promotion because it's business. Hey, they're gonna promote the person that's producing for the business. Nothing personal. It's nothing. Especially if you're good at what you're doing. It's not. I'm not knocking regular jobs. I'm not doing that. I'm saying becoming financially free will help you improve yourself at your job because, first of all, you'll be there because you want to be there, not because you have to be there. There's a huge difference. There's a huge difference. So while you're at that job, you get hired. They hire you for a specific, I know it's a little bit off, but they hire you for a specific task because of your skills. You come on, they say, hey, we want you here 40 hours a week between 8 and 5. Weekend off. And you say, okay, sign on the dotted line. And you'd be cool. That's what exactly I want. I'm selling the time of my life for this amount of money for this job, period. Right? Anything outside of that, it's outside of the contract. Now, if you choose to work through your lunch, if you choose to finish up work on the weekends or after 5 o'clock, that's on you. But you're going to get mad about it because usually people that do that is because they're in debt. And so they choose to give away the time in their life and then they get mad about it. There's no reason to get mad about that kind of stuff. You're choosing to do that. They didn't say you had to do that. They didn't say you had to work after hours. They didn't say you have to answer emails after hours. They didn't say you had to work through your lunch. They didn't say you had to finish up work on the weekends. You're choosing to do that. And then now you start to become mad at your job. Why? There's no reason. You don't do that. When you're financially free, you don't do stuff like that. You don't allow it. You don't let it happen. You just don't do it. And trust me, I'm telling you that you come to work, especially at a place you like to work at, you come there and you work 10 times better than you would if you were there because you had to be there. I promise you. It's like that. Slave to the lender. Only happy with being a slave, which is literally ownership and finance material. Exactly, Mr. Krabs too. Never ever finance a car. You walk on the car lot and crack your lips to say, oh yeah, I want to see whatever financing, whatever rate. They got you right there. The sale price is just the bait on the hook for people that don't know. They come in and say, oh man, that's a great sale price. Nobody gets a finance car on sale. Nobody. You flip to the back of that 72-month paperwork with your interest that they charged you, whatever credit rating you have. That's your sale price. This is, I'm not knocking anybody. I'm telling you this. I financed many cars. Ulysses, Urban Bros, when I was your age, oh man, I wouldn't even listen to me. I wouldn't have listened to me. Man, I can't even count how many cars I financed. Not even realizing I had to finance because I was broke. I had no choice. So I thought to myself, I might as well look good being broke. I don't know. I'm thinking back at my mindset, right? I'm thinking, I knew I didn't have any money, so I might as well look good being broke. But the only people I was impressing were other people in the debt matrix. You see what I'm saying? I was only impressing them because they were just like me, but just at different levels. It's the craziest nonsense ever. So if this is you, I'm not trying to make you feel bad about it. I'm not calling you dumb. I want you guys to know when you come to my channel, when I say things like that, this is not talking about you. It's not putting you down. It's not, I want you to understand this is a safe zone. Okay. This is a safe zone to come here and say, you know what, Linnell, I effed up. I effed up. I effed up. Finance a lot of things all the time, yet they ask for $10 to $50 every so often. Exactly, before they get paid. Ulysses, this is what I say to those people, right? That ask to borrow $50 right after payday. This is what I say to them. And if they get paid every 2 weeks or a week, it doesn't matter. If you teach me how to make $50 last for a week, I will give you this $50. Because I'm financially free and I don't even know how to do that. Teach me how to stretch $50 for 2 weeks or a week. I will give it to you. I will pay you $50 a week to teach me how to make $50 a week last a week. Because when I put that in my truck, that's sopped up, gone in gas. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. Now, okay, let's go on with the list. I'm going to teach you guys how to become financially free. All right. This is what I want you to do. This is all you got to do. Young people, I hope you're paying attention. I know you guys are Urban Bros. You listen. I know you guys already know this. All right. Check it out. Check it out. All you got to, it's how to become financially free. It's right on the internet. All right. Here we go. Google the U.S. total mortgage debt. Okay. Google that. It's in the trillions. Don't get a mortgage. Okay. Google U.S. total credit card debt. It's in the trillions. Don't use credit cards ever. Google total U.S. car loan debt. Never finance a car ever. You do the exact opposite of what I'm telling you. So you see the national credit card debt, you do the opposite of it. Total car loan debt, you do the opposite of it. And I'm telling you this, and I always want to share with you guys so you understand, because this is what the people, I'm gonna compare debt matrix speak to debt-free speak. All right. Now, people in the debt matrix say, hey, if I buy a car for 10 to 15,000, it's going to be a piece of junk. It's not going to be worth. It's always going to be breaking down. These are the things they say. These are the things they convince themselves of. Okay. Oh, it's going to be a piece of junk. People are going to think I'm broke. Even though you are broke, you're going to say they're going to think I'm broke, but you're only fooling people in debt matrix, right? Now, when you get out of the debt matrix, and it's time for you to get a good car for 15,000, it's going to actually be worth more than that, because you're going to buy it from somebody in credit trouble that's in the debt matrix. See what I'm saying? So say like there's a car that you want, but the retail value might be worth 20, 25, right? You walk up to that person, you say, because I have 15. Now they're going to be selling it for a multitude of reasons. You name it: divorce, breakup, job loss, the one income, one person in the family got laid, whatever. It doesn't matter. Those are feelings that has nothing to do with you. You walk up with 15, guess what? They're going to take it. When you have cash, retail value of anything no longer matters to you when you're financially free. Retail value of something only matters to people who finance them, who don't have the money to buy cash for those items. So they pay retail. See what I'm saying? When you're financially free, you don't pay retail for anything. You don't, barely anything, not even a house. When it's time to buy a house, you go buy foreclosures. There's going to be a ton of them. It's as long as there are people that, especially, okay, no mortgage in the world makes anybody a homeowner. That's number one. No mortgage in the world makes anybody a homeowner. Imagine how many people you know have FHA mortgages. All those people believe they are homeowners. They really do. They really believe. I see it on Facebook all the time. They believe they are homeowners. They truly believe that. And people that get them in FHA mortgages, this is the standard message. So if you've heard this, or if you go to one of these functions, I want you to listen for this standard message, okay? And I'm telling, excuse me, and I'm telling you this, the reason why you're doing it. The reason why FHA mortgage may be attracted to you: no money down, bad credit. You can have your family or friends help you with the down payment because this is your situation, but you want to live the dream, right? You go in there and this is the standard, what they're going to say. Hey, yeah, it's kind of high. You have private mortgage insurance. Okay, listen, and this is another thing I was surprised that people don't understand. I know you hear private mortgage insurance. The word insurance, you think it's for you. Excuse me. You hear the word insurance. Damn. Sorry, guys. You believe the word insurance is for you. It's not for you. It's for the bank. They get insurance because you're high risk. So they charge an extra. So when you default on it, they have the money. You've already, because it usually takes them a year to get you out of the house. You've already paid for that. You just don't know you have with PMI insurance. You don't even know you have, right? This is the standard thing with those meetings. They always say, because I always go to them, and they say the same thing. Hey, when you get it, when you get into FHA, yeah, it's not as good as a conventional mortgage, but when you get an FHA mortgage, once you start earning appreciation to the house, and then you can refinance it out into a conventional. That's a lie. That's not going to happen. Yeah, you can do it, but the likelihood of a person getting an FHA mortgage is highly unlikely. You're so far upside down in that house, you have no idea. And this is what you got to listen for. Right now, you don't have an FHA mortgage, right? You have no money and your credit's bad. You mean to tell me that a person that gets an FHA mortgage, now has a mortgage, now has PMI, now has all this stuff, is somehow going to have the money and the credit to refinance out of that, when before they had no money? Now they're going to have money with a mortgage and PMI to refinance out of that into a conventional? That's not going to happen. That's not true. You're only fooling yourself. That's not going to happen. It is hard for me to sit in these rooms. I'm moving around in my chair. I'm looking around at everybody's faces just to see their reaction. And this is what they're like. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. I can do that. Yeah. They're like, yeah, you can do that. I just want to go, no, you can't do that. That's a lot. That's not true. That's not true. But I'm not going to, again, if I did that, I'd be interjecting my feelings into their business. Who am I to come in and disrupt their business? I'm not doing that. It's nothing personal because it's only math. They're not fooling anybody. They're only fooling people that don't know. Never paid $113 million in credit card interest. Oh my goodness. And check it out, Ulysses. That's just interest. That's not including overdraft. I mean, going over the limit fees. You see what I'm saying? Check it out. They can clearly, like when you run a credit card, check it out. When you run a credit card and you don't have enough money, they can clearly say, decline that transaction. They can say, stop it. But they let you go over so they can charge you an over the limit fee. It's just money stacked on top of money, stacked on top of money, stacked on top of money. And I'm not mad at the credit card companies, not mad at them at all. Not mad at them. They are making money out of thin air. money that doesn't even exist. It doesn't even exist. If you're in the negative and you're using their credit card and you over the limit, like for example, when you call them and you're damn near maxed out on your credit cards, right? And you call them and say, "Hey, can you lower my interest rate?" You're at their mercy. Why would they do that? I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, no, sorry, come back in 6 to 8 months. That's their standard message. Come back to 6 to 8 months because they have you. You can't do anything about it. You can't. If they say no, what are you gonna do? Nothing. You're probably going, oh, I'm gonna transfer to a new introductory rate over here, and that's not free to charge, not free to transfer that, right? So they're gonna charge you. Then you're gonna come over here to the free introductory rate, not pay it off, and then they're gonna jack you over for 24% over there, and they charge you 24% for cash advance. Oh my God, it just continues. Anyway, you guys can clearly see I love this. All right, financial freedom means, again, anything when your finances are above zero. Above zero. Let me tell you something personally, you guys, okay? It is very difficult for me to see my friends and family. I think they're living the American dream, but they don't realize the dream, when you got to live it, you got to be asleep to dream. They're asleep. They're asleep. I see them. They get their new homes, FHA mortgages, and guess the first thing they do? They furnish it with new furniture. Now, understand this, and this is the dream. This is why it's called a dream, right? Say like they get the FHA mortgage, right? And they go and buy some furniture with cash. Now they'll say to me, "Hey, Linnell, I didn't finance that furniture. I bought it with cash." No, you didn't. If your finances are in the negative, say like this. Say, for example, okay? Say like I added up a person's finances and they were, because people are way deeper than this, but I'm going to be generous, okay? Say like the person had $50,000 in student loan debt, okay? And they had $1,000 cash to buy some furniture. According to math, 1,000 minus 50,000 is negative $49,000. They didn't pay the furniture with cash. I know they seem like they did, right? They had the money in their hand and they took it and gave it to the person that they bought the furniture from. But that money really wasn't there. It's a magic trick. Math will clearly say, that's not, you really don't have $1,000 there. It's not, you're negative 49,000. See what I'm saying? Is money real for you? I ain't gonna lie, them homes be looking good when I pass by. Very tempting, but you know what's so crazy, Ulysses? And you see, when they put those homes up, this is the trick. You'll see those new homes that go up and they be filling up fast. Have you noticed how fast they fill up? That's a trick too. That's a trick. I know they see people in there. I know when you drive by, they go, hey, they put up the signs. Homes are going fast. There's only 5 left. There's only 10 left. There's only 20 left, blah, 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 right? And they're filling up fast. That just sends people in a frenzy. Oh, let's hurry up and get in there. And then they'll take any loan with no money to get in those homes. And then they're filled up and you drive by and you drive by that area that just was filled. You be like, ooh, that was fast. Don't get caught. That's a trick. You have no idea how any one of those people bought those homes. You have no idea how they did it. None. Then you don't even know. I'm not. Once you're financially free, those of you that are not, let me explain something to you. I'm gonna tell you a couple of things that will change. This will change your life forever. Okay, you won't be fooled by that stuff anymore. Everything I see now is a thing. I'm not jealous when I see somebody go on vacation. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not jealous of somebody's watch. I'm not jealous of somebody's car. Those are all things. A house is a thing. If they financed it, it's not theirs. So it's the bank's house. It's the bank's car. And check it out. Imagine the bank is the largest real estate owner in the United States. And they don't have to pay no taxes. They don't have to pay the cost of maintenance on their homes. Uh, they don't have to keep up with their yards. They don't have to worry about being responsible if somebody falls on their property and breaks their leg. They don't have to worry about any of that. All they do is receive the money. The people that believe they are homeowners of those properties maintain them. So when they refinance the house to upgrade the kitchen, they borrowed the bank's money again because it's their house and upgraded the kitchen, which brings up the value of that house for the bank, not for them. They can believe that, whatever. They can bring their friends and family over. Hey, look, I just upgraded my kitchen. You just want to go, how much of that of your own money did you put that in there? None. Okay, then it's not yours. It's not your house, it's not your kitchen. You just upgraded the value of the house for the bank. And then check it out. You know how they're packing these houses in to where they're like this next to each other? On top of your mortgage, on top of PMI, there's HOAs, homeowner association dues. Here's not only is the bank in control of their house, now they have a freaking committee that can tell them what they can and cannot do with their house. You can't paint it. You can't park a car. You got to cut the grass. Somebody telling you what to do while you're paying mortgage on your house that they believe it's theirs. But somebody's telling, no, I'm never doing that. Ever, ever, never doing that. You see what I'm saying? But people they have the American dream. They believe they're living, you're asleep. That's why it's the American dream. You're asleep. Is this you? Be real with yourself. Add up all your savings. Add up all your debt. If your finances are in the negative, money's not real for you. It doesn't exist for you. It doesn't. And people like me that are outside the debt matrix, we can see you. Like half of you have excellent credit scores and up to your eyeballs in debt. We can see you. We can hear the way you speak about money. When you brag about a new car you got and think you got an excellent credit rate, excellent interest rate on it. Or when you say you refinanced your house and paid off your car, now you believe you really did pay off your car because you have the title in your hand, not realizing you didn't pay off anything. All you got to do is say to yourself, did I put in any money of my own to pay off that car? No. But yet you believe you own it. I get it. I get why you see that. I get why you believe that, but it's not true. And here's another one. You telling people, half the people don't even know what their tax bracket is, right? But if you're a person in a high tax bracket and love bragging about that, oh yeah, I'm in a high tax bracket, thinking you're bragging to somebody about that. That's not bragging. No, you're only fooling people in the debt matrix. This is how to tell, if this is you, this is how to tell if that's real money or fake money, okay? If you took out your savings, the money that you have saved, right, and entered it into the tax bracket, would that money still be in the same tax bracket? If it's not, you're broke. I promise you, you're broke. You're only fooling people in the debt matrix. Slave owners getting the best. Exactly. And you know what, Ulysses? When I say slave, this is the difference between a true slave and these are voluntary slaves. They're volunteering to be slaves. They're volunteering. Every time you finance a cell phone, if this is you, listen, every time you finance a cell phone, you're volunteering to be a slave. If you're a person that says, hey, yeah, I got to get the latest and greatest phone every single year, you're a slave. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're paying cash for those phones every single year, hey, do your thing. Because I'm not saying not buy a new phone every year. If you want to do that, great, do that. If you want to buy a new car every year, great, do that. Do that. As long as you're paying cash. If you're financing it, you're not impressing anybody. You're only impressing people in the debt matrix. If you understand what I'm saying right now, I want to go back to the job thing one more time, okay? If you, first of all, when you're financially free, you will only work at a place you want to work at, not a place you have to work at, because you won't be there. Why would you go to a place you can't stand? You wouldn't do that. And if you're working at a place, like, for example, I believe this, okay? I don't know this yet. I might have to get out in the work field to prove this, right? But now jobs are requiring a person to run a person's credit to work there. Now, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why that is. Why would they? To see if you had good credit to work there? No, it's to see where they'll place you, to see if you're a risk or not. Because if you're deep in debt, they're not going to place you around some, tax accountant audit, or they're going to watch you very closely or put you in a certain position where you can't scam. Because remember, I'm not saying that you would, but I promise you, debt dictates people's behaviors. I promise you. I promise you. And if they hired me and they run my credit check, I guarantee you I will be placed in the position, because they'll never, first of all, they will never hardly even see a credit report like mine. My credit report is very rare. You want to see it? I post it every single month. Go to my Facebook, Debt Ain't My Daddy, Facebook.com/Debt Ain't My Daddy, Instagram/Debt Ain't My Daddy. Go look at my credit report. And I want you to ask 2 questions of yourself. Wow. I mean, be real. I've never seen one like that. And number 2, why is he the only person on Facebook and Instagram that posts in his entire credit report? You probably think I'm bragging when I say that. I'm not bragging. I'm saying it because it's true. Why is that? Why is he the only one that does that? He's not. I don't really care about my credit score. I only look at my credit score when I get ready to pull it to show you guys every month. Other than that, I really don't. Doesn't mean anything to me. My credit is frozen. Frozen means when somebody runs it, it comes back with nothing. It says reject or stop or whatever, right? Just prevent fraud. People get a hold of my credit, because Experian. Oh man, I'm sorry. This stuff be coming to me. Okay. All right. So just in case anybody get a hold of my personal information, they try to run some credit under my name, it's not going to go anywhere, right? But this is the funny part, right? And this just came to me. This is what they do. Credit card companies are brilliant. Credit agencies, I want you to understand, credit is a business. Okay, it's nothing more. It's a tool. You don't need credit. You don't need it. It's just a tool. All right. This is what cracks me up. All right. There's always seemed to be credit breaches, either in credit card companies or the credit bureau agencies. Experian, I think they had a big one, and I don't know if the other ones had it. They might have one. They probably schedule these credit breaches every few years, right? And then there's a credit. Oh, this many numbers and accounts got stolen, and then right after that, they sell you credit protection. Ain't that crazy? It was their fault or whatever. I believe it's personally set up, but I can't prove it. I'm just talking. Okay. When you're outside the debt matrix, things just make sense. Okay. Things just happen. And you're like, oh, okay. You're doing that because of this. If you do this, that'll happen later down the road. Okay. If I do it here now, down there, this will happen. Okay? It's really, and it's just math, right? They have a credit breach and then they sell you credit protection. It is check it out. They get fined by whoever. I mean, that's what they tell us, right? They're making billions, but they get fined millions. And if you're in debt, millions sound like a lot, but if you say how much money they really making, they're making billions. That's like $1 or $2, right? Then they get fined a few $1 million. They're not paying the fine. Guess who's paying it? You're paying it. You know why? Because they sell you credit protection. They sell it to you. Oh, you get it free for a year, and then after that, there's a monthly fee. I mean, like, Honestly, when I see that and when I read that stuff, I'll be like, man, how did they do that? I mean, I see how they do it, but it's just it's just so easy. But anyway, back to the job thing, right? They they run your credit report, and I know when they see mine, they'll know I'm not like the average person. They'll know right away. They'll see it. They will know that I'm at their company because I want to be there. This is a big thing. I want you guys to understand. I know it is. I can't put my finger on it, but it just makes sense. They will run my credit report and know I'm there because I want to be there. Besides my job skills, my resume, and all that stuff, right? But they'll know I want to be there. And when you're debt free, your whole attitude changes. You're not, people can have attitudes. They come to work because they're angry for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. I promise you, things roll off my shoulder. I don't care why they're mad or upset. I just say, hey, I know it's not me personally. I know it's not, so I don't take it personally. This is business. If they get out of hand, guess what I do? I just go to the manager. Hey, this person keeps doing this and they're calling me that. Can you please tell them to stop? That's it. I don't take it. Hey, you better not. I'm gonna fight you. No, you don't do none of that. None of that. Mm-mm. You will advance so fast up in business because I guarantee you this: businesses recognize people that are naturally happy and know how to separate feelings from business. There's no reason to be bringing your feelings to work ever. Half the time it's just money. Hey, I'm not getting enough hours. When me and my spouse are arguing about money at home, they always say money's the number one reason for divorce. No, it's not. It's debt. I've never heard anybody say, you know what, I divorced my husband because he had just too much money. He kept stuffing my bank account with money. I said, hey, honey, can you please stop doing that? And he said, no, I'm gonna keep filling your bank account up with money whether you like it or not. So I divorced him because he gave me too much. I never heard that. I've never heard that, the reason for divorce, ever. It's not because of money, it's because of debt. Exactly. Again, Ulysses, check it out. There's always two ways to look at everything. But if they're in debt, if a person's in debt, they have no idea the language of debt free even exists. So they have nothing to compare it to because they're in debt. It's all how you hear it. Just like the FHA mortgage scenario that I was telling you earlier. Bad credit, no money down. You can have somebody else help you with the down payment. Those are all bad things. But if you're in a debt matrix, that sounds like a good thing because that's the situation you're in. You step outside the debt matrix, you can say, oh, no money down, figure out why you ain't got no money. Bad credit, figure out why you ain't got no bad credit. Those are all reasons why you should not be buying a house. When they, like a person like that, if they go to a bank and apply for a conventional mortgage, 9 times out of 10, they're going to get turned down. Instead of being upset why the bank turned you down, because indirectly the bank is telling you you're not ready to buy a house right now. And and all the person has to do is say, hey, bank, why'd you turn me down for the conventional mortgage? The bank is going to go, they're going to give you a list of reasons. These are why. Here, take that home. Instead of taking that home and not coming back to the bank until those requirements are filled, they get mad and say, oh, okay. The bank says, oh, you still don't want to listen? Oh, okay. FHA mortgages for you, subprime mortgages for people like you that don't want to listen, that are willing to pay way more for this house, more than what it's worth. So go over there. And there's a ton of people to accommodate people that don't understand money. Even the people teaching those type of classes, they might not even understand money. But since they know a little bit more than the people they have in the classes, they're making money, but they don't realize they're still in the debt matrix. They don't know. They don't know. They're just making money. They're probably making a crap load more ton of money than me. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I personally couldn't do that to people. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that to people. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't make that kind of money off without now. But on the business side, I if I could tell them the differences and they still want to do it, go right ahead. That's no different than what the banks do. The bank says, "Hey, you cannot get a conventional mortgage for these reasons, and this is why." You still want to buy a house? Yeah, I still want to buy a house. Then you send them over there to the okay, there you go. This is business. Nobody gets it. Money is not the number one reason for divorce. It's debt. I promise you, it's debt. If you want to be financially free, get your finances above zero. You want to come over here on the financial free side? You want to understand financial debt free language? It's not free. It takes sacrifice, and there's a cost, and everybody's cost is different. You want to be awesome at your job? You want to kill it? You want to fly through the corporate ladder like a freaking eagle? Become financially free. You'll be totally different at work. You'll know how to get along with people. Nothing will bother you at work because, first of all, again, you're there because you want to be there. You're coming to work happy because you have no debt. You're free. You're not working through lunch. You're not working on weekends. You're not allowing them to call you when your day off, and you're not coming in. You're not begging for overtime. That's only for people in the debt matrix. That has nothing to do with you. Hey, because I remember I had this last job, right? And I remember when I first got hired, a weekend they sent me an email. You know what they said to me in the email? You cannot. I was debt free at this time, by the way. Okay. They said you cannot ask for overtime until you've been here for like 3 months or something like that, right? And I was like, what? I emailed my boss back. I said, hey, don't worry about it. I'll never ask for that. I'll never ask for that. But I was just shocked. But that was obviously it was a standard email. That's why he had to send it out to me first. I only want to be here for as long as the contract that I signed to be here. I don't want to be here any time over than that. You come back to work, you're refreshed. When you go on vacation, you take the whole 2 weeks. You don't split it up in days. I used to always split my vacation up in days. I never took my full vacation in one shot. I never did that. Do you know how refreshed you would come back if you went on vacation, didn't think about work, didn't bring any work with you, didn't log in to check your email, didn't log in to check whatever work related stuff, and you come back and the person that's supposed to be in there has kept up with your work, because that's why you got to schedule for vacation. So the job can put somebody there to do your work. That's why you have to schedule it. Put somebody there to do your work while you're gone, and then when you come back, you pick up where the person that filled in was supposed to do your work. You know, you don't go on vacation and worry about how much work you have left. Why you work? It's like you got to think about what you're saying. Why are you worried about that? That's why you had to schedule it, and that's why they had to put somebody there. That's the purpose. You can't just walk in and say, "Hey, boss, I'm taking my vacation today. See you later." You can't do that. You get fired, right? That's why they require you to do that. So there's the expectation of you, and it's the expectation of the business you work for. Okay, I know why you're doing this, so somebody can do my work while I'm gone. Cool. All right. So you want to get back? You get back. You'll be so refreshed. Oh my God. Check this out. If you have never taken a month, now again, I've been out of work 4 years. Now I say out of work by choice. I'm not saying that I haven't been able to get a job or whatever. I'm saying that I've chosen this, right? If you've never taken a month off, not, I mean, a full month. The reason why I'm saying that, because I never did, ever. A month. You know how refreshed you would when you come back to work? Oh my God. Oh man. Imagine a year. Imagine 4 years. Oh man, you'd be ready. If you even wanted to, okay? You'd kill it. Nobody would even understand you. But the business would. I promise you, there's other people like that inside of the same business you work for. I promise you. And that business would know you. They would notice you. You would skyrocket through that business. Skyrocket. Imagine how many people are at jobs that they just don't even want to be there. And they're working overtime to be at a place that they don't even want to be at. Does that even make sense? You're asking for overtime at a place you don't even want to be. That doesn't even make sense, does it? I promise you, this is the answer. Become financially free and you will see. See how that rhymed? Thank you, everyone, for participating. I much appreciate it. If you want a free 30-minute consultation, debtaintmydaddy@gmail.com. Set that up. Send me, and I like the people that have been doing this. I really appreciate that. Send me a brief overview of their situation. So when we get on the phone, we can get straight to it. I like that. Please continue the donations. I appreciate that too. Keep putting those notes in of why you're sending me that and what I've done for you. I appreciate that, man. Because I know everybody doesn't hear, hey, again, at the beginning of this video, like I said, Linnell, you've changed my life. I realize and accept that not everybody hears that type of person from a stranger that don't even know me. You've changed my life, Linnell. If there's a subject that you'd like me to talk about, personal finances only, nothing business, okay? Personal finances only. If there's a subject that you want me to make a video on to make it very clear to you, because everything I tell you, everything I share, teach, can be verified to be true with 5th grade mathematics. You can do this yourself. You don't even need to know math. You just need to know what numbers to punch in your calculator that's right on your phone. That's it. You just need to know the right numbers and how to get them. That's it. No, you don't need to know adding, subtracting. You just need to know how to punch the numbers in, adding, subtracting, percentages, whatever. That's it. You don't need to know it. You don't need to know the formula. Let the smartphone do it for you. Okay? That's it. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. I appreciate you all very much. And if I change your life, let me know. You don't have to donate. You don't have to just send me an email and let me know. That's enough for me. All right? All right, you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.